Are you feeling disconnected or not in touch with the world, with your community, with religion, with God? Let's fix that. In this series, we're talking about the wheel of life. And in this segment, we're going to be talking about spirituality. We're going to be talking and reviewing how you would mark yourself against spirituality in the sense of wheel of life. So this doesn't have to be a religion-based spirituality. It's just your sense of a connection to something greater than you. So I assume that could be your beliefs in science, in a religion, in your community, in anything along those lines, really. It may also involve mindfulness as well as your personal views. So, for example, I know a lot of vegans and they don't necessarily have a religion, but their beliefs and where they feel that there's something greater than them is talking about veganism and that sort of thing. So it doesn't just have to boil down to a religion, but we're going to dig deeper into it and see what we rate ourselves. So spirituality, out of 10. So 10 or 10. So the first question we're going to ask ourselves is, do I feel a sense of purpose or meaning in my life? So in this one, it's quite a bit, spirituality is obviously very deep. And in this case, I have a sense of purpose and meaning in my life. I'm a father. So, I need to look after my kids. I need to, I have a purpose, a role to play in my kid's life. I'm a wife. I'm not a wife. I'm a husband. And I have a purpose to play in my wife's life in the sense that we're a partnership, we're a team. And that's, she has a role to play, I have a role to play. But also, just lately, I have been coming to terms with the fact that I do feel very much in touch with my Christian faith. This is quite a new thing for me, in all honesty. I got married in a church, I got baptized with my daughter, and I have this sense of purpose, albeit I'm not entirely sure where it is. It's almost, the best way I can describe it is a bit like an anxiety that I need to be doing something, but I'm not entirely sure what it is yet. And I am looking to consult my reverend to see if he can help shine some light on it, see if there's anywhere I can help. As I've mentioned in the past, I feel a bit philanthropic and I feel like I have this itch and need and purpose to use what I've been through, what I have, what I know, to be able to give back to people like yourself watching this video, but also to the community and to people around me and charities that have helped me. So in this one, I would say that is a yes, a bit of a cloudy yes, but definitely a big sounding yes. Question 2. How often do I reflect on my values and beliefs? So, like I've said, I'm having a bit of an internal dilemma or a bit of turmoil, a bit of cloudy judgment with my spirituality based on my religion at the minute. So I find myself reflecting probably more than what's healthy because I'm trying to find answers. I'm trying to dig deeper into what I'm trying to understand. So I'm going to put often, but at the same time, with that being said, so my values, they haven't really changed. They've always been there. I've always been quite solid in my values. But what I'm doing now is building from my values and building outwards and trying to get things more in line. So often, so we'll put that, it's a big resounding positive is a good one, but I definitely am in a stage at the moment where it is very foggy, very misty, and it is something I need to work on. So third question for yourself would be, do I take time to connect with myself, my community, or a higher power? The answer here is yes. So I try and go to church once a week. I don't always do it, but I definitely am trying. I do feel a bit of guilt about not managing to make it every week, but I do try. My community, so I'm hoping reaching out for YouTube, building my community there, is me also finding time to connect with you guys, and as well as myself. So I do take the time to reflect on what I'm feeling. I have a lot of calendars, you can take time to review them, and I do generally try and keep my finger on the pulse of most things I do. I'm very mindful to not put myself into a state of burnout again. So question 4, which follows nicely, do I practice gratitude and mindfulness regularly? The answer is yes. So it's constantly buzzing around in my mind. I constantly feel very grateful for the life I have. Our daughter was really not well at one point and had to have life-threatening surgery, and she made it through. So spending a lot of time with her really makes me feel grateful for the life I have. When I go to church, obviously I ponder myself, my mind, and what I can do to help others. I practice mindfulness there, in prayer and communion. The whole thing is be mindful of your surroundings. Whenever I go for a walk, I try not to take any headphones, so I can just be taking nature, taking it all in. And I really try and just keep myself exposed to the environment and the world around me. So the 5th question, how do I find peace and perspective during challenges? So I'm working a lot through this, usually through my community, through my church, through my family. All these places help me to ground myself and stay regulated during difficult times. It is something that I could probably do better, but also given what me and my partner have been through with my daughter Rose, we also have a unique perspective in the sense that not a lot of things can faze us anymore. We've been through not the worst things that can happen, but we've been through some very trying times, and we've made it through with the help of those people, and that's where we're up to. So I was going to put a tick, that's quite a lot to write. Through church and support network, they're the big players. So as a whole, where do I feel I sit in spirituality? Again, I think this is a solid 7. Even though it's very positive, a lot of it is misty. A lot of it's a bit foggy. It's a bit too unsure of all of the answers to be able to give it an 8 or a 9 or a 10. So some goals you might want to set yourself here is start a daily gratitude practice. So saying 3 things that you're thankful for. This could be a journaling prompt or just affirmations. Could dedicate some time every day to meditation or to prayer. You could also volunteer a place that aligns with your values. So for example, feeding the homeless in some sort of community kitchens type thing. You could always read books to do with spirituality or philosophical learning, stuff like that. You could also just look in your area, in your local community, and see what events are taking place or what sort of gatherings are going on, and try and see if you get inspired and make any connections there. So let's log spirituality on the main list. The main list of my wheel of life, which had to be a list because that's what I'm like. Now I know there's some bullet journal people out there that'll be absolutely having a fit, that it's not neat, it's not square. But I've made the point to make this a very scruffy bullet journal, because otherwise I'd never write on it. So spirituality, we gave that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's look at and that is it. All 8 segments of the Wheel of Life done. My next video in this series will be me going over the findings that I've found for myself, and also going over some goals that I've also set for myself for 2025 and moving forward. If you found any value in this, or if this is your first one, please do check out the playlist here and do the YouTube things, do the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, I've been James. Thank you.